Let's see. Concrete. Concrete. Fence plot. Deck and porch. Deck or porch. All wood structures are considered decks.
Somebody is here. Okay. I'm sorry, what are you doing, Mr. Nordine?
I'm just trying to make sure I'm understanding. I called, I think it was over the weekend.
Yeah, you did. I think I transferred you to engineering.
I just wanna make sure, cause I'm doing a pergola.
This is decks and porches.
So the pergola would be considered a deck?
Building, no, pergola is a structure above like your deck, right? Because that's your pergola, so that would be a building because that's an actual structure.
So what would I need?
I don't think we have anything specifically on pergola.
I think it says wooden structures, all, right here,
Constructed.
all wooden
But that
structure.
would be decks or porches. But I don't think decks and porches certainly, but a pergola certainly you could do. I've only seen them done in wood. I've never seen them done any other way,
Yeah, they're
but there
wood.
could be other way. But this is going to be more about decks. I don't think I have anything about pergolas, which is funny because we've had actually quite a few people asking about pergolas this year.
I
I don't think I have anything specifically, but let me.
All wood structures are considered decks and shall be permitted in the rear yard.
Yeah, in your rear yard, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
okay.
I mean, that's typically where we set that kind of stuff up anyways, right? I mean, I guess if you had a funny shaped lot, that would be a little bit different. I don't know.
Well, I'll do it as like a deck, cause I mean, it's going above the deck. There's
So if
something.
you're attaching to the deck, then I think it would just be a building permit then, just for that structure itself.
Okay, is there like a?
Yeah, building permits, the ones on the left, third one down on your left,
Oh,
should
right
say
there.
building.
Okay.
But you're gonna do the work yourself, I'm gonna give you the homeowner affidavit that accompanies that permit. And what this is just, yes, state of Michigan, I, Mr. Homeowner, live at this property upon whatever type of permit, initials, just
Okay.
making sure that inspections are done, of course, we want it done to code and,
Of course.
you know. so
I'm
that's
not,
just
I'm not
your
doing the
homeowner.
work, but for the,
Well, okay, so that's only if you, the homeowner, are doing the work. If you're having a contractor do the work, then he would be the one
Okay.
who would fill that all out for us then.
Okay.
I thought maybe you were gonna.
no,
We have
no,
a
I'm
lot
not.
of homeowners that,
No,
you know,
no,
look at
no,
that
no.
kind of stuff, so
It wouldn't be right if I did it.
It wouldn't be right if I did it either. I'm not a builder.
And then
I wanna be a builder, but I'm not.
they make it look easy.
They do, right? I watch a lot of DIY.
This, so this would be for an approach?
I don't know, cause so that would be, the approach would be considered like under a curb cuts, but this would be the flat work permit, yes.
Okay,
These are considered curb cuts if you're doing the approach. Those we have to make sure that we're doing to county specifications. That's a county guideline. I'm not 100% sure what those are. That's why I transferred over to engineering.
okay. Cause I have the measurements for mine. It's
Okay.
12.6
Okay.
and then 16 foot, which
Okay.
seems about right, but I don't wanna.
I don't know, but I would kind of give them something so that way they can tell you that it meets Wayne County's
Okay.
guidelines for the approaches.
So just fill this out, give a diagram, measure, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
just kind of give them the best information that you could possibly give them, and then that helps us with the review. But right now, I think it's engineering. It's got to be the ones that tell us, but
Okay.
not
Okay.
100% sure.
Alright, concrete.
But when I did get your message, they had referred to me to tell me to give you to, I transferred your message to the engineering department.
Oh, okay, so they,
But they are been in and out because we have so much construction going on. When we're pouring concrete, they have to be on site.
oh, okay.
So it might give them a couple of days if they hadn't had a chance to call you back. I see them early morning and then I don't see them usually.
Okay, so I need two building permits, cause there's two pergolas, there's one for the patio, one for the deck.
Okay. Well, you could actually, you could have them include that on one permit. I don't think that we would need a separate permit.
Okay.
You were just gonna state 2 different locations.
Yeah,
This
they're right
way the
next to
guys
each
know
other.
what they're reviewing, and then when we come out for
Okay.
the inspections, they're like, okay, pergola here, pergola here. I think we could do it all on one. Because
Okay.
separate, it's gonna cost you more money, so I would do it on one.
Fair enough, okay.
Right, just because again, it's gonna be expensive anyways, but I wouldn't want to have you overpay for a separate permit when it could have been easily done on one permit.
Okay, and then, so, for the concrete, same thing, cause what my plan is I wanna extend the driveway I have out, cause they're complaining about the rock, so I wanted to, adhere to what we agreed to.
Okay.
To finish that out.
Okay.
And then
Makes sense.
I wanted to put an approach on the other lot, cause my plan is hopefully to split the lot, but in order to sell it, people are gonna wanna have an
You're
approach.
gonna have to have something for that, but yeah, just have them fill that out the best that they could possibly do. We'll get
Okay.
it through the review process. So building will take a look at the driveway, engineering is gonna look at the curb cut. Once they give their blessings, then we move forward.
Okay.
But you're definitely gonna want to, especially if you're using concrete right now, because this is their busy time of year, so hopefully you've got somebody you've already talked to that you would be able to get your job done for you.
For sure. Well, I appreciate it, Denise.
Absolutely.
Thank
Have
you.
a good day today.
You too, Don. All right, guys. So we have gotten our. I'm not a big permit guy, right? But those are the rules. So obviously we want to adhere to them as much as humanly possible, feasibly possible, right? So that would be nice, though, if they would allow one permit for, the concrete work, and then one permit for the pergolas. That would be nice. That would be rather nice. So yeah. Otherwise, we have to do, 2 separate permits, 2 separate, yada yada. More money, double the money. So hopefully they're cool. Yeah, we're gonna be doing a pergola. Well, 2 pergolas, I guess. We're gonna be finishing the driveway and doing a approach for the other lot, and then we'll see, what we do with it, right? We'll probably put it on the market and see, what's the offer. I figured if we're gonna have any chance of selling it, right, then we need to have the approach already there. I would think, right? I think that would definitely. I think he wants like $3,000, $3,500 to do it, so pretty reasonable price for that. And then I think he wants like about $6,000 to finish the driveway. So you can fit probably about another 4 or 5 cars on the driveway without having to park in the rocks. Right? We're still gonna have a little section by the tension cables. We're still gonna have a little section, a car length section of rock, if you will. So we can, of course, we want to be able to park in the rocks, but we understand that the city does not. Well, we'll see what happens too, right? We have a court case coming up soon. We'll see what happens with it. We'll find out kind of how it's going to go, right? Who knows? I don't know, right? It could, because the fact is the city of Wayne has many streets that are entire subdivisions, as a matter of fact. The Whitney Knoll subdivision right behind my house is all gravel roads. Second and third, second and third, or third and fourth street. The dead end portions of those Second Street, I know for sure. If you go all the way down towards the tracks downtown where it ends, right? That whole section is dirt. Clara and Morris Street, that whole area, Cadillac Street, those roads, those cul-de-sacs, if you will, those intersections or whatever you call them. There's a number of dirt roads in Wayne, is what I'm trying to say. There's entire subdivisions that are all gravel. There's certain roads that are all gravel. There's certain driveways that are all gravel driveways. I actually saw a grass driveway that didn't appear to have any stone at all. It was like maybe it was so overgrown that the weeds, I don't know. Um, there's definitely entire sections of the city of Wayne that are, not asphalt or concrete where people regularly park on. And so, we've of course, we've displayed that information to the court, right, Judge Grand. So, we'll see what happens, right? Ideally, either way, we would love to, that was our plan all along, was to extend the driveway out and, all that. So that was already in the works, but, I don't mind at my own pace, right? I don't mind, doing something, right? I don't mind, something that's going to increase the value of the property, the utility of it. I'm not against that. What I am against is forced compliance, right? Especially if somebody has a reason for doing something, right? In my particular case, right? So I don't know. It's an ongoing relationship that we're trying to, soothe and mend, and it's a day-by-day process, guys. There's no, there's no way of really knowing who's gonna do what and who's gonna say what, and, especially when you're dealing with the courts. There's just absolutely really no way to predict much of anything with any real kind of certainty. It's very difficult to really count on anything when it comes to court. You just kind of have to hope for the best, right? Prepare for the worst, hope for the best, and try not to let it get to you, right? Personally, whatever happens, right? Whatever the city or a municipality or a government official or an elected official or employee of a city or municipality or township or county or state or whatever, right? Judge, right? Bottom line is you can't control people, right? You can't make people do what you want them to do. Not really. I mean, you can try. You can give it your best shot or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's people are going to do what they want to do, and you just have to be willing and able to respond to it, effectively. So I hope going forward we can have an amicable relationship. It would be ideal, but there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee day to day. There's no guarantee you're going to wake up tomorrow. There's no guarantee that your life's going to be even remotely the same from minute to minute, hour to hour, day to day. You'll be here one day, gone the next day. So try to live in the moment, guys. Try to take care of your family. Try to focus on what's really important. And hope that things will work themselves out some way, some form or another. But if they don't, then it's not the end of the world. It just is what it is, And I know I haven't always made the wisest choices, or necessarily, I wouldn't say the wisest. I'd say I haven't always displayed my frustration in the most productive, constructive way. I've made mistakes along the way for sure, and I haven't always displayed my disapproval most appropriately, right? Certainly never doing anything illegal, right? But we're not talking in a legal sense here. We're talking in a political sense, logical sense, right? I mean, you know, I've lost my cool, right? I've lost my composure, my cool from time to time in my life, but it's never been criminal. It's never been catastrophic. It's never been really anything other than, you know, First Amendment, right? So keep exercising those rights, because if you don't, well, they might just disappear one day. They might disappear one day, guys, and we might no longer have them. So yeah, everything's finite, mostly. Virtually everything's virtually finite, except for, I guess, ideals, right? Principles, right? Those are supposed to be generationally. What's the word? Our principles are something that we're supposed to generationally develop, right? And but everything else, everything material, right, including the Constitution. I mean, I know the Constitution is an ideal. It's an ideal more than it is an actual piece of paper, but the physical paper that the Constitution is on is a document, and it is not it's not meant to last forever, right? Now the ideals and the ideas and the content that's written on that document is supposed to transcend time, transcend the universe, if you will, but I don't know. We'll find out, guys. We'll find out. I mean, if I'm reading the Mockridge versus Harvey case correctly, which hard not to, it's pretty cut and dry. Pretty cut and dry. Now we just got to get the rest of the world to see what we're seeing. And if we can do that, then we might just advance our civilization a little bit. We might just benefit the world. Hopefully reestablish the Fourth Amendment in the United States, but more specifically in the Sixth Circuit, right? Which has already been well established, but apparently not well enough, so. We'll do what we can though, guys. And we appreciate you guys greatly. Thank you for your time, and thank you for tuning into this video. I got out of the house. I get to get out of the house for a minute. So thank you for being a part of this journey, guys. You know, it's been rather eventful, and it's not even close to finished. So love you guys. Hope you have a great rest of your week here. Great weekend upcoming, and hope you get to pursue your happiness genuinely. Take care.